Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV's church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina Clovis, special guest. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for being back. Okay, you guys. Y'all see the panel. It is time to have this reality chat. Y'all, we do reviews over here on the Juice Radio and Talk Show. For those of you who are newcomers to the channel, we have fun, interesting conversations. Don't try and relate us or put us in a box like the other channels, because we are not. We are uniquely our own. And we have these conversations in a loving way, yet still fun. And y'all know, with a little shade, but it's good loving shade. Come on now. Come on. Thank you so much, Dustin, for being here. Aaron, Jonathan, how are y'all doing? How you doing, Dustin?
We're hanging in there. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best, so you're gonna have to help me out a lot today. So we're hanging in there.
Love it. You know your team got you.
Right.
Aaron, how are you doing with the beautiful? Explain the beautiful ears. I know because I was backscreen. Let the people know.
It is Winnie the Pooh's birthday, January 18th. So to celebrate, I'm wearing Piglet.
I think she's on mute.
No, we can hear you, Aaron. We can hear you.
I couldn't hear. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Winnie the Pooh Day. It's his birthday. Today is. I had no idea that was a thing on a calendar. I love it.
Oh, there's lots of birthdays.
Wow. And she has these beautiful headbands and things that her and her sister share and bring on. And I love them. They're so cute. Listen, sometimes I feel like I need me something to keep,
You look gorgeous, Regina. You don't need a headband.
Thank you. I'm gonna get me some though, because they cute. Jonathan, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, and I'm trying to think of something that I can put on my head so I can, be on par with the great Aaron, because I feel like I need something here. Something needs to go here. I don't know. I'll think about it though.
We're going to get something. We are. You guys, we're talking about the beautiful and the wonderful and the funny and the interesting. This is so interesting. 90 Day Fiance. If those of you who have not watched it, it is on TLC. Y'all need to check it out. This is a great program. Hey, Latoya.
Hey,
Thank you so much for being here. This is a great program. Dustin handles this program. This is his program over here, the Juice Radio and Talk Show. We're networking it for him. Listen, he wants to have the topics, and we're going to have the conversation, because this show really has so much meat in it. Not the mess, not the drama, but the behind the scene topics, the real topics.
And I also would like to make an announcement real quick.
Please
Regina.
do.
We do have a new show beginning in March 17th. It's called 90 Day Happily Ever After. So we are going to start covering Happily Ever After the season is over with. So
Awesome.
everybody that's watching this show needs to start watching Happily Ever After when it premieres. And if I told Regina before, if something changes, I will be contacting her through Instagram, or she's got my phone number. But send me a message tonight, Regina, so I can have your phone number in my phone.
I definitely will. But we're going to be covering that. Maureen and Kathy said, "Hi, Dustin."
Hello.
This is Aaron's family, right, Aaron? Oh,
Yep, that's my sister.
I love her.
All right.
I love her. How's Mark doing?
Mark is good. He's putting together some furniture, actually, for my other sister.
Mark is always busy helping out. Mark is a good dude. Oh my goodness. And Aaron, Maureen and Kathy are saying hi, JoJo.
Hi, Maureen and Kathy.
They're saying hi, Dustin, and hi, Aaron, and I love it. And Latoya talking about Kang Booski.
Well, is that a little hateration I hear up there now, Regina?
No hateration. Nothing.
Okay. I mean, don't come for the title now. I mean, this is who I am. It's who I be, honey. Okay.
Oh, Latoya, know I love her, and Justin. Dustin, let's go ahead and get started. Where are we starting off today? Which topic are we talking
I
about
want to
today?
start off where we left off last week with Ashley and Manuel, because Ashley and Manuel are getting on my nerves this season. She's on my nerves a lot today, and she needs to get her stuff into work, because she needs to start realizing that she needs to be wholly responsible for 10 years. So she needs to start realizing that, and she needs to get
Hmm.
something in the works, because this is getting tiring, and I'm so ready for that. I'm so ready for the tell off, and I'm ready for new beginnings with
I'm ready for new
all
beginning.
new all new couples, because I'm so aggravated, and I got one finger up right now. I know I don't feel like being on camera today, but I got one finger up right now. I'm so aggravated.
He got the church finger up, y'all. He about to
Okay.
exit. Aaron, what's your thoughts on this scene that Dustin just told us about? These two, Manuel and Ashley.
Uh,
When she was sitting
I from the
when she
beginning
was
really
sitting at the
wanted to know.
table, though, I was so aggravated.
Hold,
She got up and walked out of the door. I was so
hold,
aggravated.
hold on, Dustin. Aaron, what's your thoughts on this too?
I really from the beginning wanted to know Ashley and
I
Manuel,
can't
but
hear Aaron.
Yes,
so
we can
sorry.
hear her fine. We can hear you. Can you hear Jonathan? Can you hear me, Dustin?
Yes.
I can hear you, but I can't hear. I can hear Jonathan. I can hear Regina, but I can't hear
Maybe
Aaron.
I'll go out and come back in.
I think she's good, but try that, Aaron. I'm gonna pass it over to you, Jonathan. What's your thoughts on Manuel and Ashley?
There's this Mariah Carey song called Running Around in Circles Over You. This couple is running around in circles. They have the same pattern every single episode. They argue, they fight, they have sex, they make up, and then we will do the whole rotation again. Like, if this works for your relationship, then so be it. But
Right.
if that works for you, you have to be happy in that space. But these two people are not happy in these spaces. And so it's clear that something is not working. And if therapy didn't work, I don't know what will work for these two. But at the same time, I don't see Ashley leaving Manuel for any reason whatsoever. And I don't see Manuel leaving Ashley for any reason whatsoever. So they're just going to go through this thing that's unhealthy for both of them, this thing that is not going well for either one of them. When I knew that because I saw in the preview that they went into the bathroom to do it, to get over whatever it is that they were doing, I was like, okay, so they just gonna leave this man Jonathan out
On the street.
here all by himself. You know what I'm saying? While y'all go handle y'all business. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I have so much to say about that too. Aaron, what's your thoughts on this?
The thing with the bathroom was just too much for me. I was just like, no. How can they leave their friend? And first of all, what kind of friend are you to walk into the bathroom while you're visiting with your friend? For both of them. Because this is a new friend for Ashley, but this is an established friend for Manuel. What kind of friend are you? First. And second off, I don't know if they will last if they get married. I think Ashley's very stubborn, so I think they're going to get married. I think Jonathan's right. I don't think they have any foundation to last, because they just think getting married just going to fix all this stuff.
Right.
And I just think it's going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
But for this couple, what do you guys think will be the straw that breaks the camel's back for either one of them? Because I don't see Manuel doing anything to make Ashley want to leave him, and I don't see Ashley doing anything that makes Manuel want to leave him. I mean, she's talking about these chakras and these gems and these stones, and he's like, okay, whatever. He's like, just say what you say, and I'll just nod and say yes, ma'am. Okay, and like, what's going on with this? This is not a real relationship, y'all.
Okay, well, let me just say this real quick about my thoughts on the bathroom scene. Then I'm going to throw it back down to Aaron and then back up to Dustin to answer your question, Jonathan. When I saw, here's the thing: when she was fussing him, she get up from the table, she go outside, she leaving, and the friend goes after her because she gonna take him to the airport. And Manuel is being stubborn, and he's like, "I'm just gonna stay here. I basically don't care." And then he goes outside, and the friend's saying, "Just give her a kiss, give her a hug," and she's sitting on the curb. That says a lot. You sitting on the curb, and she talking about, "Mi amor, no," and then starts kissing him, and then they get up, and she says, "Okay, vámonos," and they go in the bathroom. First of all, my first thought was, "You nasty."
Okay. He literally asked her, "What can I do?"
Yes.
It's like you asked that question because you know exactly what she wants you to do, right?
But
That's
my
exactly what
part
that
is,
is.
I am a lady. You ain't taking me in no restaurant that got plastic utensils, especially, and try and pin me up against the wall and do your do. No,
Uh-huh.
I'm not doing that. And when they left out, I'm honestly tell y'all, I was looking at her dress to see if there was a spot or water or something because I said that's nasty. All I could think was gross,
Yeah.
gross, and I thought it was so disrespectful. And here's the thing, you right, Holy Spirit. Ashley don't think highly enough of herself. She just throw herself in some dang on bathroom. That come on now. That's to me that was she thinks little of herself. Manuel can get mad at her and do to do and she find go ahead, Aaron. Let me stop because I could go an hour on this girl and the nastiness I thought of that. Go ahead, Aaron.
Hmm.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Disgusting.
She's on mute, right? She's on
Oh,
mute.
I can't with the bathroom scene. just
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
just
I cannot.
too much for me. Um, for Jonathan's question, I think the straw will be eventually Ashley will get sick of sending money home, and eventually she won't, and then Manuel will leave her.
Hmm. I can
If
second
she's
that. I can
and
see that
she's
too.
only sending a few. She's only sending from what he thinks is like nothing. He's saying she pays more for the vet, the dog vet, than the family. I don't know. I don't know. I have no. Dustin, what you think? What's going to be the straw? Do you think these two are going to last, or you think they?
I think they might last if they get a lot of therapy because they need some therapy. They have a lot of
Well,
issues.
who gonna pay for the therapy? Because Manuel already saying she paying too much for other stuff. He gonna pay for somebody to tell him he didn't want to sit in the first therapy class that they
Well,
went.
Okay.
let me tell you, if they don't have any kind of help or any kind of outside help, they're not gonna last. And this is it's a mess in my opinion. It's sad. Uh,
It is.
it's really sad, and it's just a mess. And that's what
I
I
know.
think about. I think that's what I think about that couple. And I am so done with it. So done with Ashley and Manuel. I'm so aggravated with it all.
Aaron said Manuel already said he won't go back to therapy. He not going back. He not going back. Mm-mm. Jonathan, which part of 90 Day Fiance we want to talk about? Because I don't know about this Manuel and Ashley child. I don't know.
I'd like to move on to my favorite, which is Jasmine and her man Gino, who is not my favorite. They had a really, really sweet time in Miami. They got really romantic. He had rose petals outside by the pool. He made her a nice little dinner date. He had the wine. He had everything going. He proposed to her. Did not get on one knee, but he proposed nonetheless. And I guess that's okay for Miss Jasmine because as long as we got to upgrade on that ring because that other ring was cheapish. Okay, according to Miss Jasmine. So I'm happy that Jasmine is happy. However,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that she came to the point where she told Gino right before they left Miami that she got the money from her ex. And then I saw that clip from another show that they were a part of where she mentioned that she should have had sex with her ex. And we see in a preview for the next episode, she will say the same thing again. So where
Jasmine.
do I see this couple say? I don't know what's going to happen with this couple. I do have a feeling that they will last. I do see Jasmine trying to stick in there for the long run, and I do see Gino trying as well. So just like
Hmm.
Ashley and Manuel, I really don't see what would break this couple up because they've been through so much so far.
Yep.
The fact that she hasn't had a great relationship with his family, she's kind of going back saying, okay, they can be at the wedding, and I don't know where this couple stands. They're always in limbo for me. They're always in limbo. They're never in a consistent space.
I know.
Hmm.
Aaron, your thoughts on Gino and Jasmine? I see your comment. She said, I love Gino. Gino and Jasmine really love each other.
I do, and I think because I'm
I still
invested
can't hear
in them.
Aaron, but
I've
maybe it's
watched
just
them.
me.
It's okay, Dustin. We here. Go ahead, Aaron.
I'm really invested in Gino and Jasmine. I think because I've watched them for 3 seasons now.
That's it.
So I'm
Mhm.
very invested. So I may be biased. I'm gonna admit it. And they fight, but they always end up telling each other everything, which I think is amazing. Even though they fight, and it may take a little while, they always get there and always tell each other the truth, which I think is so important for the long run. And I think because they haven't kept any secrets, I do see them continuing to work forward and keep going because they have built that foundation where no matter how mad they get, they say it eventually.
Right.
And they then get mad, get over it, and keep going and keep trying. And as long as you put in the work like they do, I see them for the long run.
I love that, Aaron. I love it. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to pass it over to Dustin. I really like this couple. I like them even in their fights, their arguing, their differences. It's so funny to me when I'm watching the show, my husband will walk by and he always seems to walk by during the time that Jasmine is crying for something. And he always says, "Is she crying again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but that's Jasmine. She's trying to get her point across. That's how Jasmine does." But let me tell you, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Aaron. They will tell each other. It may take them a while. It may take, them a while to get there, but eventually they get there. I can see this couple being the couple that we look back 10 years from now and say they still together. And they probably still going to be fighting too. And Jasmine's probably still going to be trying to run up Gino's money bill. But I do see these two together. I do. I don't know what it is that I enjoy watching them. When Gino gets angry, it's so funny. But it was really nice to see him doing this for Jasmine, taking her to Florida. And I could see Jasmine in Florida. I could see her there in Miami, especially. So I'm happy for them. And Gino, he does try. He tries to make her happy and everything. I love them. Dustin, what's your thoughts on Gino and Jasmine?
I think Gino and Jasmine are getting better. I think they're going to make it through this season. I think they're going to have a happily ever after. So maybe we'll see them on happily ever after this season. I hope we do, because I want to see the rest of the story. See, and I think they're really going to make it because just Gino made Jasmine really happy by getting her that ring. She was crying in his arms over the ring. So I think I see a bright future for Jasmine and Gino coming.
I do.
Yeah, I really do.
I do too. I do too. Aaron, what's the next stop on this 90-day fiance?
I know we like to do Nick and Igor because I'm going to say his real name last, but I'd like to do them next because
let's go ahead.
I think there is a lot to dig into with them.
Okay.
And I don't want to rush through them today.
We are not. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead and let's start it off.
Oh, okay. I really thought that this episode we saw a different side of Igor, and it wasn't even a bad side. It was just him finally standing up for himself a little bit and just being like, no. And I was proud of him for that because he really stuck to his guns. Even though he might have been wrong, at least he wasn't like just folding like he usually does for her. I see sometimes he just kind of almost crawls into himself and just lets her win. Even if he's shutting down how she sees it, I see him almost crawling into himself. This time he said no and he stood there and he was just like, no, I'm not going to change my mind. Even if I'm wrong, I'm staying. So,
wow.
And I thought that was good at the end. I also thought it was great that he was being romantic, taking her on the boat. He was trying to be honest with her about his preferences in the bedroom and how maybe they could get through it. And she was very close-minded about that. And I can understand that as a woman, I would be insulted as well. I also think that she threw this on him years ago. And so therefore she has to give a little bit in some sense. And she's just not willing to. And you're not going to get anywhere in this relationship that does need bending. And he's bending, so you got to bend too.
Bending over backwards.
Yeah,
that's what he's
I was gonna
he's
come over to Jonathan.
Backwards.
I listen. I was gonna swing it right to you, Jonathan, because I knew. Go ahead. This your couple right here. Go ahead, Jonathan. Tell us your thoughts.
You know it. So first of all, I have to say, I loved seeing Nikki's style this episode. Her green and pink. It was super duper cute when she was going to get her nails done. I thought that was adorable. I thought that was absolutely adorable. I loved it. I found it a little odd that she was comfortable enough to have this conversation with this woman who was doing her nails concerning her boyfriend and having this intimate conversation with this person that you don't know. And then Nikki seeing the effects of that awkward conversation. This woman is like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, this ain't none of my business, girl. So I found that to be awkward, very awkward. But Nikki is the open book. And so that didn't surprise me that she did that. It's just that you have to kind of know who you're talking to. You kind of have to read the room and kind of understand, is this person going to be open to hearing what it is that I have to say about my personal relationship with my man? Secondly, I do have to side with Nikki on this argument concerning the threesomes. If Igor wants a threesome, then if Nikki wants a threesome, they have to have it both ways if you're going to do it at least one way. Because if Igor is just going to get his and Nikki's not going to get hers, then where's the equality in that? You can't have a double standard in any way, shape, or form in any type of relationship under any circumstances. That just does not fly. And so if Igor, if you want this threesome so bad, then I don't think Nikki wants to have a threesome with another man, but she just brought up the fact just to try to make a point. So it is what it is. You know, I don't know if I hope that they don't last, because I think they both need to find better partners who are better suited for them specifically. So we'll see where it goes. I don't have much faith in either one of them. I've just got my hands up in the air, and I'm just like, we'll just see where it goes from here. And we'll just have to accept whatever it is that they give us in the future. But I have to come to Nikki's defense in that threesome argument. If she can't have what she wants, then Igor, you can't have what you want either. It has to work both ways in that sense.
Aaron?
Now, the reason I did not take Nikki's side was because I felt she came out very sarcastic and not like she actually wanted it. How do you feel? So I don't feel like he could take that sincerely.
Gotcha.
So that was my feeling on that. If you're not coming from a sincere spot that this is something you want, I can't take that seriously. If she had brought up something else, even if it was different category that she needed, I would have respected that. But she came off very sarcastic in her tone and stuff. And therefore, it's almost like disrespecting him altogether. And I felt that's why he laughed, because it was like, she didn't even come out at a respectful tone and being like, well, this is kind of what I need then, if you're going to get this. Because she didn't want the threesome. It didn't sound like she wanted the threesome. No. It sounded like, well, if you get this, I get this. Right. And I just think that's trying to one-up each other.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. I read that, Aaron. I read the fact that she wasn't serious about having another man in the bedroom. I understood that. It's just as far as the logic is concerned, Igor's logic concerning the situation, he was wrong in his logic and his thinking concerning his double standard about the three.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Dustin, your thoughts?
My thoughts are this. I think I agree with Jonathan on this part, because there needs to be two people in a relationship, and they both need to be on both sides at the same time. But what I'm saying is, they need to do it together, and they need to be. You're not going to be happy if you get married to this person and you're constantly fighting and fighting and fighting. You got to have a middle ground at some point, and they need to have. She needs to get with it. She needs to have a middle ground with him, and he needs to have a middle ground with her. But I just feel like that couple, hopefully they make it. Jonathan, I know it's your favorite couple, but hopefully they make it. I just don't feel like they're going to.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I am definitely not sure about this one, but we will see how that goes. I don't know. I would not want to have any threesome. I don't even like 3 forks in my salad, so I don't
want to have a threesome either.
No, that is not for me. And this double standard type of thing brings me to the next couple, Sophie and Rob.
Oh,
Sophie and Rob.
Can I
yes,
start with that one? Because that's one of my favorite couples.
I have a question before we move.
That couple is not going to make it. I don't care.
Dustin, give me 1 second. Aaron wanted to follow up something before we finish with Sophie. Go ahead, Aaron.
I had a question when it came to threesome. Did anybody else feel like he was using that so he could see her more as a woman by putting her with another woman? And do you think that's why he wanted the threesome?
I don't know. I
That
thought it was just a thing for him.
I think that's an interesting point that you bring up, Aaron. The simple fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, he's always going to see her as a trans woman, even when she's standing straight next to a biological woman. He might see it even more than the differences between the two. And so, yes, I feel as though he might be using that as an excuse to maybe, and that's why, and that's what he explained actually during the episode, that this would help our intimacy. This would help us in the bedroom if another woman is in the room. So I do feel that, but I don't think it would have the effect that he wants it to have.
Now, let me ask you real quick before I throw it back to Dustin. So, if Nikki is not wanting this, do you guys think it's because she is trans and that's why she does not want another man in the bed with them, or she just not does not want a threesome? What is her reasoning for not
I
wanting
just don't think she doesn't want a threesome.
it?
I
Okay,
don't think it has anything to do with her transness. I just think that she
okay,
just wants equal, and that's it. She said
okay,
in the last episode, I've had my threesomes, I had my fun. I'm in my 40s, honey. I'm way past all that. So yeah, I
okay.
just think it's just the simple fact that she doesn't want it.
All right, Dustin. My apologies again. Go ahead and continue
No,
with Sophie and Rob.
Sophie and Rob,
Mhm.
when they first started out the show, and he, he walked out of the house or whatever you call that, the house where they live in, and that that little shit.
Dustin, you're hilarious.
I'm sorry. I guess it's a house, or I don't know what it is. Um, but I just feel like they're gonna make it because she wants to be more comfortable, and he wants to try to control her. So I see her mother and her going to hotel, and I want to see what the feelings about that were, because I don't think that's going to make it at all when they're not having conversations between themselves, and her mother gets out of the whatever you want to call it and walks out and go stays in a hotel.
Let me tell you, when I saw that part where the mother was like, she was like, mm-mm, "This where you living?" What? And any mother would probably say the same thing. I did understand, and I did have a heartfelt moment for Rob when he says, "You guys, I'm out here doing it myself. This is what I'm doing all of this by myself."
Hmm.
And so I understood what he was saying. To him, he feels it, and he's in California. You guys, y'all know that rent high over there.
Okay.
So I get what Rob was saying, and I felt really sympathetic, and I felt real empathy for him at that moment. I understand it, and a lot of us have been saying on the show and on a lot of bloggers that I've seen saying that why is Rob living there? He needs to do better and so forth. But when Rob had that conversation, honestly, you guys, I had to step back for a minute, and I was like, oh my gosh, this kid is right. You
I
know,
felt bad. I
he's
felt bad
right.
for. Um, I
I
felt
did.
bad for.
I felt bad, but I also was a little upset with the mother and with Sophie when the mother's like, "I'm going back to the hotel and I'm taking Sophie with me. She's spending the night with me." And I was like, "Eh?" Because to me, that was like the mother was doing. I know she wants to protect her daughter, but at the same time, this is your daughter's fiance. You're doing like a mom power move. I'm
Mhm.
Overstepping her
taking her.
bounds.
Right. I'm taking
Mhm.
her and she's gonna stay over here. And y'all know y'all just had this argument with Rob. So it's like we gonna leave you here in your little trash house and we going back
Mhm.
over here to the nice hotel. That to me was a power move that I didn't like. I did not like that at all. That was so disrespectful. And it showed that the mother just does not care for Rob and she don't mind letting him know she don't
Okay.
care
Mhm.
for him. But that also left him in a place of we don't know Rob's history because we only met his sister on the show. We haven't heard about his mom, haven't heard about his dad, except for him to say he don't have his mom and dad to pay for anything for him.
Mhm.
So it felt
We.
to me as though Rob may be dealing with some forms of abandonment, and
Mhm.
then when Sophie and her mom left like that, that to me is another, an abandonment. I was looking like, where is the dog? We need dog right now to be at Rob's feet right now because he is all alone. I'm serious. let me go ahead and because Aaron has a lot to say. Then I'm gonna throw it back over to Jonathan with these beautiful facial expressions that he has. Aaron put in the chat. That's right. That's no that's no home or a house. She also said Rob is a 2-year-old dressed up like a 30-year-old. Aaron. And she also said Rob needs to get a job. So wait, he's not working?
Mm-mm.
No.
Go ahead, Aaron.
No. Rob not working. Rob knew she was coming. Rob didn't get no job. He just had issues after issues when she kept bringing up getting a job before she came, because that's what she said, that he ain't working. He knew he was going to have to financially support her, and he didn't get a job before she came. I don't care if you're flipping burgers, you get a job.
How is Rob paying for this place that he's staying?
Good question.
That's why he can't get a better place, because he ain't got a job.
Let me come over to Jonathan and then back up to Dustin before Jonathan's face just has me cracking up. Jonathan don't care for this problem. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I can't help it. It's just me. So here's my thing. I felt myself sympathizing, empathizing with, sympathizing with Rob just a little bit, mainly on the part where he was outside just talking all his junk, talking all this mess while Sophie and her mom were inside. And, of course, he was saying things loud enough so that they could hear him because, he wasn't doing that just off the cuff. No, he's saying these things specifically for a specific reason. And so as I started to feel bad for him, I then remembered, why are Sophie and her mom upset with him? Oh, they're upset with him because he's no good, because he has no job, because he has barely any place to live. He's got a bathroom sitting outside. He doesn't treat his woman right. He's been cheating on her multiple times, doing things that he knows good and God sure well she does not appreciate him doing to her. He doesn't respect her. He went back. He turned her whole bisexual thing on its head to throw it back in her face. When all these things add up, it makes it obviously clear that they have no business being together. I really don't know why Sophie is still with him. I think I kind of get why Rob is with Sophie. She's a really pretty girl. Nice arm candy for your arm, when you're going out, you know what I'm saying? It's nice to be in a relationship with someone, but I really want to know why Sophie is with Rob, besides the fact that he's fine, because I get that. I understand why you want to be with someone because they're fine. But, when you get past the fact that they're good looking and you get into their personality, you get into the way that they operate, you get into how they problem solve, you get into how they deal with issues and disagreements and disappointments. And when you get into all that and you find that those are all negative and the only positive thing is the fact that the man looks good, well, you really ain't working with much at all. So I'd be interested in knowing why it is that Sophie really wants to be with Rob. And I understand that she said in episodes past that, he was so sweet in the fact that he kind of sweet talked her over the phone before she got over to America. Did. And, he was giving her all these pipe dreams and, we're going to do this, we're going to be this. And, when you see that he can't really live up to all those things that he was promising you, girl, it's time to buy that ticket, girl, and go back home and find yourself an English man who knows better, who does better, and will treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, because Rob is treating her like a second-class citizen, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Aaron said in the chat, Robert was acting like a child, and Sophie asked, Sophie mom asked, is it okay if I take Sophie with me tonight? You're right, Aaron, she did. And Aaron said, I thought it was nice. Oh, Aaron did not.
And Sophie's mom apologized as well. I don't think Rob acknowledged her apology whatsoever, but she did find the strength to apologize to that man. Now, what kind of apology it was, that's neither here nor there. An apology came out of her mouth, point blank, period.
Okay, Aaron said Robert did give the mother a second chance to get used to the apartment. He just freaked out, and I didn't even think she acted that bad until he got upset. She just asked a question he did not like. Now, you guys, I really would like to dig into what is Rob's real life? What is his history? What is his past? Because to me, there is something that probably happened with the family. There's some family dynamics that I think play into this stuff. It does not negate his character and the way he behaves, but I think it may explain it. Dustin, what's your thoughts on these two, Rob and Sophie? Or did you answer Rob and Sophie yet?
I already answered about Rob, but I can go
Okay.
back and I'm gonna finish what I said.
Okay.
I think that they're gonna have to make make a lot of changes. For
Yeah.
one, they're gonna have to get a better situation for for what they're doing. But I think they're gonna make a lot of changes, and I think there might be. I think they're gonna be a happy couple if they make the changes. But if they don't make the changes, I don't see it lasting. So um, I don't think they're gonna make it very much longer.
Thank you, Dustin. Aaron
Thank you.
said this in the chat. Aaron, I almost fell out my chair. Aaron said if Robert got a job, he could get therapy. Not Aaron.
Just saying.
This is the only time Aaron really cuts up when we talk about Rob. When she talks about Rob, this is not a good thing. I don't know what's going to happen with this couple. I see when we get to the reunion, and I'm hoping they have a reunion. I see Rob and Sophie not together.
I
I
see it too. I
yeah,
see it.
I
I
see
think
them not together.
they're supposed to
I,
have a two part. They're supposed to have a two-part tell-all coming out.
okay,
Mm.
okay.
So
I hope they
um,
do. I
yeah.
hope they do. Did I didn't get to finish watching the whole recent episode. Did they have Nick and Devin on there?
No,
No,
they
No.
they did
didn't.
not. I
Not
don't think
since
they
the
did.
wedding. Okay. All right. They probably on their honeymoon. Anna Lee and Clayton. Oh my goodness. Anna Lee and Clayton.
Oh,
Oh,
that's gonna
Anna
be
Lee
a
and Clayton.
mess.
That is Dustin. I'm gonna start with you, and then I'm gonna come on down to Jonathan, and then over to Aaron. Go ahead,
Well,
Dustin.
that's not gonna. That's just he wants to put a lot of it on his sister, and his sister hung up the phone on him. She didn't want nothing. She had a special request. I can't remember what it was, but heard what it was. I can't just remember the name of it now.
Llama.
Um, he did. She wanted to do the special request, and I think that's not gonna work for them. I just don't see it because she's trying to hide that he's even getting. She's trying to hide that she's getting married to Clayton, so that's not gonna work for them. And not unless she tells her dad, but that ain't gonna work. And I just don't see it lasting.
Mm, Jonathan. Thank you, Dustin. Jonathan.
Clayton is my favorite man on this show, period, point blank. I absolutely adore Clayton. I'm so elated that he has finally gotten with his woman intimately. They finally had the relation. So, I don't know what was holding her back. We probably will never know. So, ain't no need to ask. I'm just glad that they were able to do it now. So, I'm happy with that. And I really loved when he was wagging his tail. I just think Clayton's so cute, y'all. I just think Clayton is just adorable to me. So I really enjoyed that. I love the fact that they were able to get past her issues
I'm
with her
having
not
trouble with
telling her
my mic. I
father.
can't hear Jonathan either.
Yeah, I can hear it fine, Dustin. It's on your side. Go
I'm
ahead,
Um,
gonna
John.
I'm gonna have to
the
drop out and come back in if that's okay.
Okay,
okay.
Dustin.
I like the fact that, even though she wasn't really trying to communicate with him concerning her father, he wouldn't allow that to stop him from trying to communicate with her. And, he just told her, I've dealt with this in the past. I've been hidden before and I got cheated on before. And I don't want, and the fact that she saw that and she reevaluated what she was doing. And she said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and post us. And she wrote a really beautiful message along with the post. And I thought that was great growth and great movement forward for the both of them. Now, the whole thing with his
That's better. Thanks.
sister, that his sister has rubbed me the wrong way since the beginning. I don't think that she's really invested in this couple the way that Clayton wants her to be invested in the couple. I think she's just doing things for Sophie. What is her name? Annalie. Annalie.
Annalie.
I think she's just
Yeah.
doing things for Annalie just to be nice, just to be like the
Mhm.
nice sister-in-law. But I don't think she really cares for Annalie like that. The fact that Clayton was asking for a llama and guinea pigs for his wedding, I can't wrap
Clayton.
my head around that, so I'm not going to try to. But I would love to see Annalie at her bachelorette party because I would love to see Annalie let loose a little bit because Annalie is a little wound up tight for me, and I'd like to see lighter side of Annalie because she's a little militant, in my opinion. The way that she kind of treats Clayton. And Clayton is such a fun-loving guy. And for me, I would want to see Clayton with another fun-loving girl. And she's so strict all the time. And she's so wound up. And she's all military and, salute. And Clayton's not like that at all. So I really don't. I think he probably saw her beauty, and that's why he was attracted to her. I don't know why Annalie is really with Clayton. I don't get why she's with him, because to me, again, as I said last week, to me, she's not giving her all to Clayton. She's really not being vulnerable enough with Clayton, to be honest, at least in my opinion. I don't think she's opening up to Clayton as much as she possibly could. But Clayton is there, and he's willing to be there to listen whenever she is ready and willing to be open. So I would hope that they get into a better place. I think they're in a relatively good place for the most part, at least at this point, as opposed to our Muslims on the opposite side of the spectrum. But I have faith that they will do well. And Clayton, I feel as though, although it seems like his mom is going to get in the way in the next episode, and I think he'll be able to put his mother in her place. I hope he's able to put his mother in her place to deal with that. Because, my woman comes first, mama. You my mama, and I love you. You got your space. You'll always have your place. You'll always be my mama. But wife got to come first in these situations. And, you're a visitor here, ma'am. You are a visitor here. And he needs to let mama know that, because I don't think she understands that as of yet. I think she feels as though that closet has her name on it.
Well, she coming out the closet. She coming out swinging. She's coming out the closet.
I think she's not learning English on purpose. She really don't want to learn English. Like, girl, what she need to learn English for when your son learned Spanish to be able to communicate with her so that she would not have to learn English?
Oh goodness, Aaron, what's your thoughts on this couple that Jonathan loves, Clayton? What's your
I love Clayton too. He's my favorite out of all the guys. And when he wagged his tail, I was just like, oh my God, that's so cute. That is just the cutest thing.
He's adorable. He is adorable.
I just think he's one of those people that God put on this earth to make us all smile.
Yes.
There are some people that God just gifts us with that just make everybody around them smile. Clayton is one of those people.
Wow.
For Annalise, I still find her such a mystery.
Yes.
And she doesn't seem to be attracted to Clayton, which is a problem for me.
Exactly.
Because she did not find that cute, where the rest of us are going, oh,
right.
Like, I think that would be so cute. I would, if your man does that, you'd be like, oh.
Do it again. Okay.
So the fact that she ain't doing anything, she's not giving him any sort of love for it. Even if they were like going to be intimate, I didn't feel like she was into it. Like, she was going to do her duty, it felt like.
Okay.
Like she knew that was a responsibility.
Okay.
Like she had to clock in or something.
Okay. Exactly.
And that's what I felt like it looked like. She was like, okay, I'm on the time clock now. If I want to keep this going, I gotta give in. Even when she posted that photo, she was not excited about doing it. She knew she had done something wrong, and she knew that he was about to be done. And she's like, "Oh, I gotta fix this. I gotta walk this back."
Oh,
and I felt that was the post. That was the reason for what she wrote. Oh, that was the reason he got some. That was for everything, because she knew he was at his point where he was like, maybe we're not going to get married. And she had to walk. She felt she was holding the cards at first, and all of a sudden he flipped the deck. And she wanted to flip it back.
Aaron said he flipped the deck. Walk it back. Come on, Aaron. Annalise is giving me a little bit. She feeling like Manuel, let's go ahead and do this and make it better. And then and Clayton was a little bit of Ashley.
Regina, what do you think Annalise feels for Clayton? Because I think Aaron and I are seeing a little bit of the same thing. What are you seeing?
I think she feels nothing for Clayton.
Agreed.
I don't think she feels anything for him. I think she has motive. We haven't figured out what that motive is.
Exactly.
And I think that's what is part of her disgust with him when she sees things with him. I think there's motive there, and I think we're going to find out soon what that motive is. It's just too clear that she is not happy with him. And it almost is when I see her talking to him, sometimes I see her that she's trying, like when she set up the trip, she's trying, but then when she's sitting at the table, the way she's looking at him, like I just want to, take your life. I'm just so sick of you. That's the way that's the feelings I get from her. So I don't think she really wants him. I think she has motive. Allegedly, I'm gonna say. I think she has motive, and that green card may be part of that motive. That is still a real thing, y'all. It is still a
It
real thing,
is.
especially with a lot of these 90-day fiance couples. I feel bad for Clayton though, because he is a good guy. I mean, even though he's there, with his mom in the closet, he's still a good guy. I see him trying and everything. He don't go out, all night and party and everything. I mean, he sits at his desk on his computer with his one friend. So I don't know, but this one thing disgusts me with Clayton is all them animals. I cannot take all these animals, and you want a llama and more guinea pig. Where are you going to put them? Are you going to put your mother out and put the llama in the closet? What does that place smell like? Clayton does not need to be in an apartment. He needs to be on a farm somewhere with all his animals. And I would pray that he would get this farm life, because I think he would probably love that. Because how you gonna get a llama up the stairs?
I think Clayton wanted the llama and guinea pigs for the wedding, specifically for the wedding. I don't think he wants a llama in his house, but
Yeah.
I just want my prayer for all of these couples, but especially for Clayton and for Igor, is for them to find a woman that truly loves them and can take care of them the way that they deserve to be taken care of. Because these are some good men. Well, Igor maybe not as much, because I'm starting to see Igor as a young man that's really not as mature as I would want him to be. But I still think he's a good man, and he still has really good intentions at the same time. But I really want these two men to find someone who is better for them than the people that they're currently with, because they're not being served in these relationships. And when you're not being served, then you're wasting your time.
Hi, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Robin has joined us. She said, "Oh no, I just woke up. Hi, y'all. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much." Aaron, you in these comments. Aaron said Clayton wants outfits for his guinea pig. And
I have a question.
Question. Go.
More about what was Dustin saying before. What does everybody feel about the sister finding a llama, and what was everybody's reaction to when he asked this?
I
didn't even see that part, you guys. I'm sorry. I missed that part.
I was just assuming that he was joking about getting the llama. That's just especially if you're understanding who his sister is and how she operates, asking his sister to find a llama, he's got to be joking. He really can't be serious if he's going to ask a woman like that, who really is not interested in y'all to begin with. Really don't see it for your girl to begin with. To ask her to find a llama and guinea pigs for your wedding, I'm 100% sure he was joking about that.
If she show up with him, I would laugh. Go ahead, Aaron.
I don't think he was, because I didn't realize his sister was planning their wedding, basically. Because she started listing all the things she's doing. And I was like, what else is there on the list?
Right.
Like, what are you two doing?
Is she talking to Annalise about it, or is she just doing it herself?
No, Annalise, and it sounded like Annalise knew that the sister is doing all this work, because Annalise actually went to her and said, "Can you do me a bachelor party too?"
Right.
Oh my goodness! Y'all say hello to Michelle Jones Ray. Hey, Michelle Jones Ray. Hi, Michelle says hello, all first time subscribing. Yeah,
all right.
She's part of the 10,000. You guys, if you're watching this now, come on now, help us get to that 10,000 mark. You will be part of the 10,000 marchers here on the Youth Radio and Talk Show. I love it. Thank you so much, Michelle, for subscribing. Now, Robin said this. She said he wasn't joking. They really want a llama.
Wow.
A llama for the wedding.
But that wouldn't surprise me about Clayton, though, because he's just animals. That's just the kind of guy that he is.
They like animals. All right, you guys, let's roll on over to Citra and Sam. Oh my goodness, this couple here. I'm sorry, Dustin, did you chime in on Clayton and Annalise?
Yeah, I already chimed in about it already.
Okay, all right. Why don't you start off with Citra and Sam?
Well, I think it's gonna. I think that's gonna. I I don't feel like it's gonna make it because he's talking about going to. He's having trouble. We know. I don't know if I can say that. He's talking about going to jail. You know.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think her dad is gonna let her get married to him. Yeah, I don't think that it would gonna make it. If it does, I'll be surprised. Really surprised. And I just don't think it's gonna make it because I don't think her dad's gonna let her get married to him. No, because I think next week is when he's supposed to tell the dad about the jail thing. So I don't think it's gonna make it. If it does, you could tell me, oh, I'm wrong. I don't care. But I don't think it's gonna make it at all. Uh, I think that I don't. That's another couple I don't see it making to the reunion part, part one, part
Mm.
two. I don't see it making it. No, no, thank you.
Well, thank you, Dustin. Listen, for Citra and Sam, this is an interesting thing. I wish Sam would have told her
Hmm.
before she came over here, just been upfront and honest, and let her take the time to have him deal with that first before coming over here. Because now that she's here, and if he does go to jail, who's she gonna stay with? The religious mom that he don't like,
Or maybe her
She's gonna
atheist,
have
his atheist dad.
or
she's
the
gonna have to
atheist dad?
she's gonna have to stay with somebody. She can't stay by herself.
No,
Hmm.
listen, let her go back with her family if he goes to jail, because I would feel really bad for her being here. She would
I would
basically be
too,
by herself,
and
and to be with those two, and he don't even trust his mom
I
like
think
that. Hmm.
I think he should have told her that a long time ago. Uh, Regina, I really do.
Hmm.
I think he would have
Hmm.
told her that a long time ago because why would you wait until she's here and then she's in the pro because I think their wedding's coming up here pretty soon. And
Yeah.
why would you wait somebody tell you that before you get your married license, and then you have to be stuck with him and Jen, and you have to be stuck by yourself? That's just not
Mm,
fair. Mm-mm.
it's
Just,
not.
just
Erin posed this question. She said, "What does everyone think of her sisters making fun of Sam and Sam's looks?" What? I missed so much. Jeez. I was busy, but listen, I can't chime in on exactly what happened. And my apologies, guys. I've been busy. I didn't watch the last half.
It's
that's
My
okay.
okay.
apologies. But I will say
I've
this.
been busy too. So
Anybody, thank you, Dustin. Anybody who's making fun of somebody's looks is disgusting to me. I do not like that. I
that's
do
not
not like that.
that kind of that part kind of upset me about that because
Hmm.
why would you make somebody that don't make fun of nobody, you
Right.
No.
know?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And it also shows low self-esteem for the sisters. But go ahead, Aaron. You chime in. That's your beautiful question. What's your thoughts on it? You're muted. You're muted. Mhm.
Oh, I'm just curious of everybody's answer to that because I was so shocked when
Well,
he.
my answer, I'll start with that. My answer is you shouldn't make it funny with anybody, and it really upset me on that part. And I'm so mad. Like I said, this whole episode was kind of frustrating to me because I felt like everybody was falling apart, and
Yeah.
it's just I'm just ready for a big change. So hopefully we're gonna get the change coming up with the new season, but hopefully we get some more answers because I think we need to get some more answers, and I hope they're on happily ever after. But this is so sad to me because why would you make fun of somebody's looks for? That's just
That's
not
right.
fair. That's no fun, and that's not funny or nothing. I don't look for no thank you.
Thank you,
Hmm.
Dustin. Aaron, go ahead.
It the whole time I really thought that she was so good for Sam and everything like that. She builds him up. She does all these things to get him to better his life, even cleaning his car for his self esteem, keeping him focused and stuff. But when I heard the thing about the sisters, I do wonder if being with her also beats him down a little bit because he talked about the Popeye thing. And he's going to be, when you marry someone, you marry their whole family.
Hmm.
Especially it
Mhm.
seems like with this family, they come along with the package. So I was curious how he's going to deal with that in the future. And he didn't say that his fiance has defended him at all or tried to make that stop. And that worries me.
Jonathan, your comments on this question?
I really don't know what to think of this couple. I feel as though I see the most love between these two, with the exception of Nick and Devin. Um, I do think that they are a good couple. However, whenever I see Sam, I can't help but to think of just a mischievous little boy who really can't do what he needs to do to make sure that things are taken care of. An immature little boy who's just here for the ride. And if he's going to get something done, he'll get it done. If he doesn't, so what? Who cares? Now the fact that Citra, introduced her sister, saying, they're coming over to America expecting to see like these A-list looking actors, and they see Sam, and Sam is who Sam is, and he's not the gorgeous looking guy that you might see on a movie from an American movie. Like, that's so disrespectful. Of course, beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, but if your opinions on someone's beauty or lack thereof is negative, then it's best just to keep that to yourself. Especially when you're on televisione, you don't need to be making your comments concerning someone else's looks in a negative fashion public knowledge. We don't need to hear that. But I'm nervous. It seems like Citra isn't like her sisters and her father. It seems like she's a little bit of a rebel, which makes me think this might be why she's with Sam, because Sam is a rebel himself. Maybe she saw something in him that she sees in herself, and maybe she just wants to kind of break out of her shell a little bit and be with a bad boy. I get it. That Janet got with Bobby Brown at one point. I mean, the bad boys got to have an allure to them.
Jermaine Dupri.
Okay. How did that happen?
Okay, I was wondering.
So I understand, but I see Citra. She's a different person, I feel, when she's with Sam. I think Sam brings something out of her. So that's why I enjoy seeing them together. However, again, I still see Sam as immature. He doesn't get what needs to be done. And I can't respect that at all. But I do have faith for both of them. I don't know how Citra's father is going to react to this news about him possibly going to jail. I don't think that's going to keep them from being able to get married. I do think that they will make it down the aisle. They're pretty close to the date as it is. But I like Citra and I like Sam. I like them together. And I hope that they do well. I hope that they do well. I love that scene when they were playing pool and they were going out and getting drinks together, and we see the chemistry. Although it's not the strongest chemistry you've ever seen between a couple, it's there enough that it's noticeable, and that they belong together. And I think that's what I see here. I think that they are a great couple, and I love to see them together. I see a soft side of Sam, although I don't see him as a hardened person in any way, shape, or form. Right. I love how he is with Citra. I love how he wants to take care of her and make her dreams come true. And that's what every man wants to do for his woman.
Yeah, I can say this about Sam. As I watch, I look at it from a couple of perspectives. When I watch a lot of these programs, I look at the individual and then I think what happened in their past. And Sam has told us about his drug addiction and stuff like that, and why he's going to jail and stuff. And when we met his father, who he says is an atheist, and then we meet his mom, who says she's very super, super religious to the point where it's just they don't get along that well. It kind of makes me see, okay, this is what he was probably struggling and dealing with, because he's on both spectrums. And he's in the middle of both of those. That can be a lot. And then now you marry someone who's literally telling you, you must now become Muslim. He's getting it from three corners, man. This is a terrible triangle that he's got himself into as far as the faith.
Right. So it's a lot. But Regina, do you remember how he explained his mother's religion? He said, some people have religion, but they don't act the way that they're spouting out to other people, meaning, yes, I say I'm a Christian, but I don't act like one behind closed doors. So I think that might have kind of generated his thoughts concerning religion, because when you see religion in that light, you're like, oh, I don't want that. No, I'm not trying to get nowhere near that. So I think we see why he might be resistant to religion, which again is the reason why I'm like, you really want to convert, because I don't think you in this to do the whole Muslim thing. I don't think you.
And then you've got, I can understand why that maybe the dad turned atheist, because the mom was a bit too much with the church stuff.
That's what I'm thinking might
and
be the
you know
case.
and decided to start seeing aliens. So
Mhm.
this guy, that's what I look at when I watch these shows. I'm like, okay, this is really deep. A lot of people look at it, want to talk about him. I look at it and I'm like, okay, this is deep. I got to go back a little bit to think in this guy's past what really is going on. I don't think he should convert to her religion. I don't think he should get into another religion until he finds himself.
Right. And a quick question for you guys. Do you guys expect, I think I already know the answer to this, but do you guys expect to hear a conversation with Sam from any of Citra's family or Citra herself as to his dedication to being a Muslim and the reason why he's converting to being a Muslim? Do
No,
you
I
think
do
that
not.
conversation is going to happen?
No, I do not. Nope, no thank. I don't think it's going to happen at all. Mm-mm.
You, Aaron?
Well, I think because of the language barrier, the father kind of asked in this episode,
Hmm.
like, why, what does he think of the religion and stuff. So, and I'm not sure how she's devout, but she also drank alcohol, and Muslims don't drink
Right.
alcohol. I was very confused this episode with when it came to the religion, watching her drink and stuff. So I'm
This poor Sam.
more confused about the religion than I was last week after watching her drink actually alcohol and stuff. So
And
She
and,
was-
and, and
Mhm.
that's the reason why I said I don't think she's like her sister and her father, because she's got a little bit of a rebel in her. She likes to break the rules from time to time, and I think that's what drew her to Sam. She's really not about that Muslim life like she wants to make everyone think she is.
There's too much religion and non-religion and fake religion in that little three couple and that little three family members or four family members for Sam. There is way too much. So Robin had the question. She said, what kind of fidelity does she have to her religion? It looks as though she has none. Robin, it looks like she has none. And Michelle Jones, hey, Michelle Jones, Ray again. She said, hurt people hurt people.
That's
Come
right.
on now. They do. Thank you, Aaron. She's saying true, Michelle. And also Robin said, that's what I'm talking about, Aaron. Yeah. Listen, I feel for Sam. I think he's trying to get his life turned around. I
Mhm.
think if he does get married to her and he does turn to the Muslim faith, thank you, Holy Spirit. I don't even think that she's going to really enforce the Muslim faith once they get married.
No.
I think she just wants him to go ahead and do it because that's her culture. The daddy is demanding it, but she may not stand by that faith. She may forget every rule and regulation of that faith once she gets married, and she may be happy with that. I don't think she's keeping them all anyway. So
Right.
Robin
I
said,
think Sam is going to end up being the same type of Muslim that Citra is now.
Robin said, that's funny, Jonathan. She's not about that Muslim life.
No.
I don't think she is either. And I'm going to pray for Sam for real, because that part, when I watch Sam, all I can see is hurt from religion. And for him to try and jump into another one that he knows really nothing about.
Just for love. Just for love. Simply just one thing, just for love.
And then if that relationship doesn't work, now he's got another religion on his belt that he may be upset with. Ooh, that's too much. It's too much. And once he gets real deep into what the Muslim faith is, what they can do, can't do, and all that, will he stick to it? Oh, I don't know, Sam. I'm praying for you, Sam. You guys, this has been our 90-day fiance chat. Go ahead, Dustin.
I don't think he's gonna stick to it, even if he does. If he does get religious, he ain't gonna stick to it because he's got too many rules that he's gonna have to do. So he ain't gonna stick to it at all. That's just my opinion on that.
Thank you so much, Dustin. You guys, this has been our 90-day fiance chat. This has been great. The conversation in the panel. I really appreciate everyone being here. And again, thank you to all of our new subscribers to the channel. Here at the Juice Radio
One more
Talk
thing,
Show. I
one
love
more
it. Hold on, Dustin. You guys have been really great. You have come in. You have helped us get these numbers up and increase. But we're not here just to increase the numbers. We're here to expand the channel so that others will be aware this is a safe place. I got a beautiful comment on one of the videos that they did, and they said they came in our channel and they felt that they were so safe in this space. And they said basically it's one of the first times they've ever felt safe on a social media site. And that's what we want to do here on the Juice Radio and Talk Show. We want to give you a platform where you can feel safe and secure and feel as though, this is a safe place to have a good, clean conversation. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed. And I want to thank those in advance that are coming to the channel. Now, you guys, Jonathan has his own channel as well, which is JoJo Speaks. He comes on Thursday nights at 9:30 p.m. We're going to skip this night for JoJo because he has something else that he has to do. His beautiful sister, Light of the Leo, is out sick right now, and she helps him with the channel. So they're not going to run it tonight. But that doesn't mean you can't go over there and subscribe to his channel.
Okay.
You can go over there. Come on now, subscribe. Get the advance notice because he will be going live next week at 9:30 at 7. Thursday at 9:30 p.m. He covers hot topics, trending topics, and it's a good old time over there. It is a Kiki session.
Yes, it is.
Over there. A Kiki session. Justin, please go ahead.
I do want to say I hope we can hit 10,000 subscribers before my birthday. My birthday is next month. My birthday is on February 28th. So I hope we hit 10,000 subscribers before my birthday. That would make a lot to me. And
Justin, your birthday is the day before my mom's birthday. My mom's birthday is the 29th. That's awesome.
Wow. I love that. I love that. That's right, Dustin. I am praying. You guys, come on now. Let's go ahead and do that. Dustin says 10,000 before February 28th, or before, like we do in the contract world. On or before.
On or before. That's fine.
I love it. I love it.
I like to click on your channel, see 10,000 subscribers. That means a lot to me. So, like I said before, I hope that everything keeps going for you.
Thank you so much, Dustin. And it's really doing well. And thank you for joining the channel here as well and helping us to grow as well. Erin said this in the chat. She said, this is a community, a family. When you join the channel, you are joining the family. We are excited for everyone. Okay. Yes. Robin said this. She says, no, okay, next week then. Yeah, no JoJo speaks tonight.
Next week, Robin.
I'm sorry. JoJo speaks tonight. Thank you, Aaron. 9,444 right now. Come on now. We need just a few more. Yes. A few more to get us up to that 10,000 mark. And remember, you guys, on reality, if you have not already done this, click that like button on this video. If you want to, go ahead and share this video also. And if you're new to the channel, go back and look at all of our other videos, okay? Because we're doing so much more on this platform, all right? Take a glance at what we're doing and then share. And then let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Only thing that we ask, there's one rule over here at the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Keep it nice. Keep it nice.
And keep nice. Be nice and keep it nice so we don't have to do something. So if you don't keep it nice, you have to do something. So just keep it nice and respectful, please.
I love that. Thank you so much, Dustin. Robin says, she says mine is the 27th, a few more days. Oh, Robin is the 27th.
All right.
Wow. I love it.
Birthdays.
I know.
I see he's in the house.
Thank you, Aaron. Keep it nice. And thank you so much. She says, happy early birthday, Robin. And also happy early birthday to Dustin.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. All right, you guys, this has been fun. We're getting ready to wrap this up. For those of you who are watching, let me tell y'all, we're about to go live to do church news. You don't want to miss tonight's church news. You do not want to miss it. We're going to talk a little bit about some things that's going on in the church world, some things that should not be happening. But not only that, we're also going to have a conversation about some of the viewers who are not so happy with us sharing some of these stories. We're going to talk about it tonight. And we're going to ask the question, why are y'all so mad with us?
Okay.
Why? We hear the nice channel, okay? All right, you guys. Jonathan, I'm going to ask you to give us some closing thoughts on this 90-Day Fiance.
I just say all hail Clayton. All hail Clayton. Clayton's my favorite. He probably will continue to be my favorite throughout the end of this of the series. Go ahead, get yours, Clayton. And again, I hope you find a woman that loves you and wants to invest in your relationship, because Annalie is not that woman.
Want to invest in your relationship. No withdrawals. Just invest.
Okay.
I love that, Jonathan. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so very much for being here, you guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Don't go to sleep yet. Click that notification bell because we're about to go live with church news at 7:30 in the next 20 minutes. All right?
Okay.
All right. I love y'all for being here today. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed evening. All right. On the count of three, team, we're about to say goodbye. Dustin, I'm sorry. Did you have something else you wanted to share?
I wanted to share. I was wanting to thank Jonathan for giving me his old time slot starting in 29th of January.
Yes.
It shows a lot of stuff going on, a lot of changes, and I do appreciate you, Jonathan, as very much. I really do love you very much, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me continue my show on a different day and taking over your time slot.
My
Yes.
pleasure. My pleasure.
And I wanted to also remind you guys, we did have a team meeting. We're going to be moving reality 90 Day Fiance. The 90 Day Fiance that you're watching today, we normally run on Thursdays. We're going to run it next week, Thursday. We're going to continue it next week, Thursday at 7. I'm sorry, at 6 p.m. Next week, Thursday at 6 p.m. But the following Monday, the 29th of February, we will start running 90 Day Fiance Monday nights. So that Thursday night is going to change to Monday night at 7 p.m. Monday nights at 7 p.m. But y'all who got that notification bell ready, y'all will get it. Y'all will get that notification, all right? But we're going to be
Yeah.
moving 90 Day Fiance to Mondays at 7 p.m. Let me get these schedules together. 7 p.m. All right, you guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening. All right, we'll see y'all back here shortly. All right, 1, 2, 3, team. Good
Bye.
night.